So we're continuing now, Madan and Hema's request, 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, verse number 2, one of the most strong verses in the Bhagavad Gita. Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyakshavagaman Dharmyam Susukam Kartum Avyayam. This knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. It is the purest knowledge, and because it gives direct perception of the self by realization, it is the perfection of religion. It is everlasting and is joyfully performed. So this verse points out the superiority of Bhagavad Gita. First of all, Krishna is saying, of all kinds of vidya, education or knowledge, Bhagavad Gita is king. And the most secret of all secrets. Things that are secret and confidential, but this is the most secret. Why? Because again, Bhagavad Gita gives you the keys to unlock the kingdom of God. No university can give you those keys. You can only get that through Bhagavad Gita. Next point, purest knowledge. There's no material taint or contamination. It is pure. Now, this next line. The perfection of religion is to perceive the self by realization. Right now, when we look in the mirror, we're not seeing ourselves. We're seeing the car. Just like sometimes, if the window is tinted, you can't see the driver. But you know there's a driver inside the car. So we're just seeing the car. We're not seeing the person. So the perfection of religion. Okay, so you may say Christianity, Muslim, Judaism, you may say that's all right. The question is your religion helping you to realize your eternal self, who you really are? Bhagavad Gita is claiming, yes, you study Bhagavad Gita, you will see who you really are. And that necessitates also simultaneously seeing Krishna as he is. Because unless you see God, you have not seen yourself perfectly. You can see yourself perfectly in relation to God. So both will be there. Simultaneously seeing God, this is the perfection of religion. Not that, oh, I follow this religion because I become more wealthy. No, that's not the perfection of religion, that I become more materially wealthy and intoxicated. No. The perfection of religion is stated here. Perception of the self by realization. And Krishna is the supreme self. I am self, but Krishna is the supreme self. The example is given by Shukadeva Goswami in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Why? You know the story. Brahma stole the boys and the calves. So for 1 year, Krishna expanded himself as all the boys and calves so that the mothers and the cows would not be in anxiety. But what did they discover? These duplicate, and Krishna had each detail of every son and calf down to the minutest detail what that son was wearing on that day. In order for Krishna to put on the masquerade for 1 year, he had to exactly duplicate everything of the cowherd boys and calves. But during that year, it was noticed the mothers and the calves, the mothers and the cows had more affection for these than they normally had for their real children and calves. And when Balaram saw this, he could understand something is going on. And then Krishna revealed to Balaram at the end of 1 year, yes, I have been masquerading as all the cowherd boys and calves because Brahma has stolen them. So, in that understanding why the mothers and why the calves had more affection for these, it was because it was Krishna. And Shukadev points out, therefore, loving Krishna is the topmost thing. Why do I love my hand? Because it's part of my body. I need my hand. Why am I attached to this body? Because the soul is there. As soon as the soul is gone, there's no attachment for the body. Right? It's dead. It's useless. You bury it. Burn it. Get rid of it. It's no. So the body is only dear because of the presence of the soul. And then Shukadev goes further. And the soul is dear because of its connection with Krishna. This is Krishna consciousness, seeing how everything is related to Krishna. We are relative truths. We are truth. We are factual. We eternally exist. That makes us truth. But our existence is dependent on the existence of Krishna. No Krishna, no us. Just like there can't be a sun ray unless there's a sun globe. The sun ray cannot exist independent of the sun globe. Similarly, all the living entities exist only because they're emanating from Krishna. This is what is the perfection of religion. Not material aggrandizement. In the very beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, this kind of cheating, materialistic religion that I will worship God or demigods or this or that in order to get more material facilities, Bhagavatam says that is cheating. That is materialistic. It's not pure. Krishna already said, this is the purest knowledge because it's dealing with God and the soul. And then the next thing, it's everlasting. Any amount of bhakti that you do for Krishna is your eternal asset. No stock market can affect it. Nothing. It's always there. You always have your bhakti account. And susukam. It is, how is this Krishna consciousness performed? Jolly. Easy. How difficult it is to chant Hare Krishna. How difficult is it to look at the beautiful Sri Murti. How difficult is it to honor prasad. You may have trouble with listening to class or chanting, but nobody has a problem with prasadam. No. So it is joyfully performed. Everybody chant the Maha Mantra.